How you doing out there?
Very wet out here, Andrew, and you keep saying it even looks like a nor'easter on radar right now, the way it's kind of mixing with that stationary front, and now it's that extra tropical or post-tropical, just meaning it's kind of losing some of its tropical characteristics. And man, it feels like it. Temperatures in the 50s right now. It's got that chilly wind. You can see the heavy rain. We've had some trees swaying here, and some of those traffic lights just kind of bobbing around on the lines. And while of course it hasn't been a great day, it actually has been a great day for me to test out my new toy. I have this anemometer that I've been using to try to see, in all honesty, I'm not sure if I like it yet. We're still testing it out to see if I like it, if we get some good data out of it. But I've been turning it on and trying to see if we can pick up any of these gusts, because we are still expecting them to peak as some of the bigger bands from Ian continue to move in with the heavy rain and the gusty winds. I was checking some storm reports on the National Weather Service chat, and they've been lighting up emergency management with some of those minor trees that just keep coming down. And they've been saying it's been pretty continuous of some of these storm reports with the trees and power lines down through the last couple hours as the wind gusts have picked up and the rain keeps coming down at a heavy clip. That also doesn't help for some of those tree conditions. So again, we'll continue to keep you updated out here. It's definitely chilly and windy. These gusts just keep picking up 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So just a great day to just keep it inside, guys. For now, reporting live in Charlotte, meteorologist Elisa Raffa, Queen City News. Heavy rain and wind have really been a problem out here today, pretty much all afternoon. And the problem started even earlier. We're in the Noda neighborhood where a tree came down on this home earlier today. You can see the damage where that tree just kind of smashed onto that minivan there. You can see it laying on top of the roof of that home. So many pieces of that tree on the ground, so many of the branches and the limbs. And this is just one of multiple trees that have come down. Charlotte Fire says that they responded to 39 storm-related emergencies starting at just 3 o'clock this afternoon. I know this tree came down earlier than that. 2 families so far have been displaced and are with the Red Cross for assistance. Storm-related damages, most of them are trees on homes and power lines being down. So far, thankfully, no injuries are being reported right now. But this is just one of a plethora of trees that have come down this afternoon. Emergency management writing in some of our National Weather Service chats that, they could tell exactly when the gusts pick up, because the reports of the trees that have come down have really just picked up with all of those trees, just came in continuously for them as the winds have continued to pick up. Thankfully, we won't be dealing with this for too much longer. The winds start to subside and the rain starts to come down going into tonight and into tomorrow. So it should be some better conditions tomorrow for cleanup. For now, reporting live in Charlotte, meteorologist Elisa Raffa, Queen City News. Ian's heavy rain and gusty winds have been damaging in Charlotte here today, to be frank. Multiple reports of trees and power lines down, and we're at just one of them here in the Noda neighborhood. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see this damage. This huge tree trunk just totally snapped and sitting on top of that minivan. You can see the tree extends onto the roof. Some of those shingles on the roof, I don't know if you can tell, but some of them have been peeled away from this tree. Many of the tree's branches and limbs on the ground now, as this tree has just, found a new place just sitting on top of this home. And this tree fell earlier today. Since then, Charlotte Fire Department has responded to 39 storm-related emergencies. That's just since 3 o'clock this afternoon. 2 families so far have been displaced and are assisting or getting help from the Red Cross. And most of these storm-related damages here in the Charlotte area have been trees and power lines on homes and on buildings and on cars. Thankfully, so far, no one has been injured. So that's at least the good news out of this. But we're in the brunt of the heavy rain and gusty winds now. As we continue to go through the overnight, conditions will improve. Both will start to subside, the wind and the rain, which should really help with cleanup efforts going through the weekend. It will be still a little bit breezy, but not nearly as gusty as it is today. For now, reporting live in Charlotte, meteorologist Elisa Raffa, Queen City News.